Hey folks, back on Devoted Patriots 2 channel here. I have got a great little video clip here for you. It is Marjorie Taylor Greene throwing a fit in the House of Representatives about what was going on involving this foreign aid bill package, and she is basically telling it like it is. She is calling out the crooks in Congress, and I love to see it. This video ought to go viral if it hasn't already. On other avenues, the world really needs to see what's really going on with the Uniparty, with the neocons, and with the Mike Johnsons of Congress that seem to think that spending money on bullets is the best answer for our country, no matter what, even over our border. All right, here we go, folks.
Woman from Georgia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My amendment today would drive the bill for Ukraine. Take each dollar amount in this act is hereby reduced to zero. You see, the United States taxpayer has already sent $113 billion to Ukraine, and a lot of that money is unaccounted for. This is a continuance of a sick business model that the American government continues. The federal government continues to fund the military-industrial complex, and this is a business model that requires Congress to continue to vote for money, to continue to fund foreign wars, and this is a business model the American people do not support. They don't support a business model built on blood and murder and war in foreign countries, while this very government does nothing to secure our border. The American people are over $34 trillion in debt, and the debt is rising by over $40 billion every single night while we all sleep. But yet nothing is done to secure our border or reduce our debt. Inflation has driven out of control. Americans are suffering every single day. They can hardly afford their grocery bills. They can hardly afford gas in their car. The heels of Monday being April 15th, tax day, where every single American had to scrounge up their money and send their dollars in to the IRS. Or some of them had to file extensions because they weren't ready and didn't have the money to pay their taxes. But today, this body says the most important thing we can do, no, is not reduce spending. That's not it. Not to do anything to drive down inflation. Oh, no, we can't do that for the American people. It's not to secure our own border that is invaded every single day, by people from over 160 different countries. No, don't secure the American border. Let everyone in. We have over 1.8 million known gotaways. We don't know who these people are. And yet you have members of this body talking big and tough about, oh, we have to defeat Russia. Oh, we have to protect Ukraine. But yet all of you are unwilling to protect the American citizens that pay your paycheck,
That's right.
pay the light bills in this building, and pay for this entire federal government. For what? For nothing. Ukraine is not even a member of NATO. Ukraine is not a member of NATO. But the most important thing you hear in Washington, D.C. is, oh, we have to spend Americans' hard-earned tax dollars over to Ukraine and keep the money going to continue to murder Ukrainians, wipe out an entire generation of Ukrainian men so that there are widows, there are fatherless orphans, there are not enough men to work in their industries. Oh, but you really support Ukraine. Wow, what kind of support is that? It's repulsive. You know, shame on the American government. Shame on the American government. If we support our military, support our military. We should be funding to build up our weapons and ammunition, not to send it over to foreign countries to kill foreign peoples. And if this body was worth what it claims to be, what it is, every single one of us would be demanding peace in
That's
Ukraine
right.
between these countries. Peace for these people so that no more of them have to die.
That's
but
right.
You never hear anybody demanding peace. No. Peace is the last thing Washington wants because it doesn't fit the business model. This is a business model that they say continues our economy, protects American jobs. What a disgusting business model. We should have a business model that builds up our American companies and American jobs to serve American interests, and our military and our government should care about protecting the national security of the United States of America and the Americans that pay their hard-earned tax dollars to fund all of this. America last. America last. That's all this is. Every single day, America last.
Gentlewoman's time has expired.
I yield.
She's right, you know. It's sad but true. It's just facts of the matter. I'm glad to see her speak out about it. But truth be known, a lot of our politicians, including Mike Johnson, right now are what I would call captured, whether it be greed, blackmail, caught up in the business, don't have their hands tied, or just making bad choices. Who really knows? But what I wanted to tell you was, the more I thought about this creepy story, the more I thought, this is a little bit like what's going on in our country right now. Folks, if I was going to make a meme about the story the other day of the lady wheeling in her dead uncle into the bank, involving her trying to rip the bank off, get him to a dead guy to co-sign for her on a loan. Pretty sickening story. I didn't really want to talk about it. I thought about making a story about it, but I figured I would just explain to y'all, if I was going to make a meme about it, this is what I'd do. I'd put the face of the Democrat Party over her face, and instead of showing her blurred out face of her dead uncle, I would put that as Joe Biden, and assume the analogy that the Democrat Party, just like they're doing to America right now, has wheeled in a deceased or almost deceased, dementia-ridden Joe Biden into the bank, into America, into the office, and has decided to fleece the place with their wicked schemes, with their manipulations, with their waving of a pen, like we've seen many times before. I just thought it was kind of a crazy analogy. Everybody in the bank just sitting there aghast, knowing something just isn't right about this situation as we watch it go on. The woman does get caught, just like Joe Biden's been caught, just like the Democratic Party has been caught. Glad this didn't go down any other way. I'm glad this woman was caught. I'm glad that the people of the bank will be able to continue business tomorrow, later that day, after the crime scene gets cleaned up. And that's the way I feel about America right now. We're waiting for them to try to install old Sleeper Joe back in again. Waiting for somebody to try to bring another dead guy in the bank and see if that flies twice. Not going to work again, folks. Not in 2024. Most likely never again. But at any rate, to end the analogy, I would like to say that I think it ends well, because people learn their lesson. That you don't get to bring a dead guy into the office, into the bank, into the presidency, and expect people not to notice there's something wrong with this. Can't be allowed to ever happen again. And I think we're getting there, folks. I think the next man through the door at the bank, running for the presidency, stepping into the office, will be somebody in the bank that everybody in the bank can appreciate, versus looks at sideways and goes, what the hell's going on here? I don't have a clue, but something's not right. 2024, folks. Trump's coming back. There's no doubt about it. If there's a lesson to be learned here, folks, it's we need to all learn to stand firm, have patience, do what we can to do our due diligence, get out and vote, get people out and registered to vote. Remember, there is one man that gives this country hope right now, and he'll be back in 2024, because we do all miss him. We do all want someone sane in the presidency, and no matter what the mainstream media does to try to knock him down, take him down, it's not going to work. Trump will be back. There's no doubt in my mind about it. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below, folks. Crazy analogy, or can you see it too? Everybody have a great day. Over and out.